I believe one of the great ways to mix things up is what you listen to and who you surround yourself with. I'm unbelievably passionate about people finding more optimistic, practical friends. And I think optimism can slide into delusion, which is why I say optimistical, practical. There's only offense and defense. There's only the force and the dark side, right? And I think that right now a lot of people are choosing to be driven by fear and negativity without realizing it. And so if you're listening right now, my biggest thing is start leaning into a little bit more of optimism and positivity.
Your environment has been perfectly designed to keep you exactly where you are. The people you hang with, the videos you watch, the media you consume, all of it are perfectly designed to keep you exactly where you are right now today. If you want to raise your standards, it starts by raising your environment first. So a friend of mine and friend of the channel, Mark Drager from Fanta, gave me a really warm message yesterday, and he thanked me for helping start the process for him to turn from being a pessimist to an optimist, from being somebody who was always worried and negative to somebody who's having more energy, who's seeing the light, who's becoming more optimistic, who still has a road to go, but is so far further along than where he was before. And he wrote to me to say, thank you for starting me down this path. He said there was one conversation in particular that had special meaning to him, where I told him that I just really believed in him, that I saw a lot of the people around him, I saw a lot of his peers, and I just thought that he had so much more potential than where he was. And I think maybe for the first time he had an extra bolt of belief pushed into him, which is what I do, which is what I'm great at, which is what I enjoy doing. But fast forward to now, 6 months, 8 months later, he's made major gains in his life. He's brought on new team members. He's now consuming other content that is positive and optimistic. He's changing his business around. He's investing more in himself. He's happier. He's lost a lot of weight. He's growing. He's wanting to strengthen his relationships. He's just seen a big shift in his life by trying to move more into optimism instead of pessimism. And so it started with my conversation with him. He then promoted somebody within his organization to become COO, whose name was Louis, and he's also a massive force for good and positivity. He started consuming Gary's content, which is positivity. He started consuming Tom Bilyeu's content, which is positivity. He started now injecting all these people and resources into his life to make him feel more positive, more optimistic, more happy, give him more energy so that he has that to go take on his goals and the challenges out in front of him, and slowly move that needle from being a pessimist to an optimist. I don't think people are pessimists, to be honest. I think everybody is born an optimist. I don't think people are born negative. I think that's trained into you. I think you're a pessimist and negative because of the circumstances you had and what was planted in your brain by the people around you. I think people are good. I think humans are just good. I think if we weren't good, we wouldn't be here anymore. 99.99999% of people are good. Right? Some people have a little bit of a miswiring up there and it causes them to enjoy killing people, but for the most part, we're good. I also believe that people are built to serve. I believe that you get happiness from helping others, by being of service to others. That's what actually makes you happy. There aren't very many happy moments in your life that didn't involve somebody else. You were helping, you were serving. They've shown the effect on your brain of serving and helping somebody is the same as food and sex. We're literally hardwired to help others and to serve. And so if you believe, like I believe, that humans are good and humans are built to serve, then what would cause somebody to be pessimistic and negative? How sad of an upbringing does that person have to have had? The programming that was installed inside them by other people who just were negative and down on their life, but weren't inherently bad people. The people who stole from my car in LA, the guy who cut me off in traffic yesterday, I don't think they're bad people. I still think they're good people who are built to serve. Just circumstances and conditioning have led them down a negative path. And so the good news is you can get out of it, just like my friend Mark has, who's someone who was sworn to say, I'm a pessimist, right? I just default to negativity, to now seeing the shift by changing the people he's surrounding himself with, by altering his environment, by consuming content that is more positive. He's already seen a noticeable shift over the past X number of months, and that's going to continue to grow. That could be you too. There's a 3-step process for you to follow, and I'm gonna give it to you right now. Step number 1 is collect good people. You need to be in the good people collecting business. I had that conversation with Mark that had a lasting impact on him because I love Mark, because in him I see just such a good person, just so much potential. And I mean, I see that in everybody, a lot of potential, but you know, I wanna collect good people. I want good people around me. I wanna have people around me in my life who are in my business or just associates or just people that I know that are good people, that give me energy, that lift me up, that I'm excited to be around. Right? There are some people that when you're around, you just have more energy and vibrancy. Collect them, find ways to work with them, find ways to stay attached to them. I even make it awkward. There's a lot of people who I'll meet if I meet somebody at a conference or at an event or something that's happening in my city or in another city. If I just really like their energy, I say, I really like you. I really like you. I want to find a way to do more with you. That's awkward. That's hard to say. That's weird. That's strange. But chances are they're feeling the same thing about you, that they don't have as many great people as they wish they had in their life as well. And so think about the people who give you energy, that are just good people, that you wish you could spend more time with them, and tell them that, as awkward as that seems, and then find ways to stay around them more, because you want to have those positive people in your life. Step number 2 is 254s. I've created a program called 254s. There's a link in this video, it's in the description below, where every day for 254 days, I send you a video around a certain topic. In this case, it's around building unstoppable confidence. If you watch a video for 254 days, you will become more confident. It'll happen. Science tells us that it takes between 18 and 254 days of consecutive action to build a habit. If you're on a diet for 1 week, it's likely not to stick. It takes at least 18 days. The average is 66 days, so most people don't spend enough time doing the thing before they quit and give up. But the worst case scenario, the slowest human learner of all time, takes up to 254 days of consecutive action to build a habit. And so I made the 254 program for you guys, that if you want to have more confidence, or we have a series for women entrepreneurs, or a series for Black excellence, and a series for writers, right? If you're a writer, every day for 254 days, you're going to get a free video emailed to you of a writer who's had success. Now, if you're a stay-at-home writer, you're trying to get your first book off the ground, you may not have a lot of people around you supporting you, believing in you, telling you to go for it. But then here's this email every day with a new video from somebody who's made it, giving you an inspirational message that's 30 seconds to 5 minutes long. Right? My goal ultimately is to have 1,000 of these. I want to have 1,000 254s, because you may not care about the Writer's Wisdom program if you're not a writer. You may care about the confidence one. If you want, go to the description and find the link to get on. But if not, then make your own. Make your own. Even this channel spreads belief every day. If you want to have more belief in your life, watch these videos. That's the intent. It spreads belief. If you feel a little bit more belief in yourself, that you are a genius, that you have Michael Jordan level talent at something, if this video helps spark that, then watch more. And if it's not me, then it's somebody else. Go watch Gary's content, go watch Tony's content, go watch Mel's content, whoever it is. Create your own 254 program, where every day for 254 days at least, ultimately becomes a lifetime thing, you're surrounding yourself with resources that feeds the positivity in your mind, that hope, that things are possible, that you don't need to stay where you are right now, that you can end up in a better place if you put in the work. But if you don't believe that it's possible, you won't chase it down. So you need to create your own 254 program. And then number 3 is have play bigger triggers. Play bigger triggers are things in your environment that remind you to step up. It could be a shirt that you wear, right? And that shirt that you put on reminds you to play a bigger game. It could be your physical environment, putting up posters or banners in your office, wherever you're working, or in your car as a reminder that you need to step up. It could be your screen time, right? What's on your cell phone background, what's on your desktop background, that when you look at every day reminds you. It's triggers in your environment to step up and play a bigger game. Your environment is keeping you where you are, so you need to change your environment. It doesn't mean that you can afford necessarily to move out and go buy some penthouse in New York City that looks over Central Park, right? That may not happen, but you can have a poster of it as a reminder that you're building a better future, that this is not where you're gonna be. This place that you're in right now is not gonna be where you're gonna be in a year, because you're making big growth, you're making big gains. And so you want to set up triggers in your environment that remind you constantly. Why it's beautiful is you set it up once. You set up your cell phone background once, and what it does is reminds you every time you look at your phone. How many times are you looking at your phone? Would you like an inspirational message to remind you to play bigger? Something emotional? Has to mean something to you. Don't copy what I have. these are my parents. It means something to me to have them on the wall. My parents on your wall won't mean very much probably, right? It's a little weird. So what are the things? What is your environment? What is your home office? What's in your car? What's in your bedroom? What's on the cell phone and your computer background? What is it? What are the things that when you see, it just makes you think, that's right. And it snaps you out of mediocrity. It snaps you out of the way you are because you want to just stay where you are. Again, it's been perfectly designed to keep you where you are. It's easy to stay where you are. And then bam, something shows up. So you could trick yourself. You can force yourself to play a bigger game if you set up the right play bigger triggers for yourself. Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there.
Evan, thank you so much for having a couple seconds and being able to tell the Believe Nation a little bit about Empathy Wines. It means a lot to me that you would take this valuable real estate and time on your channel to give me some love. It means a lot. It's just good karma points, and so you're awesome. Thank you. Believe Nation, if you're into wine at all, go to empathywines.com. My whole career's work was poured into producing a wine that rivaled $40 to $60 wine for 20 bucks a bottle. I'm just super excited about this subscription-based wine business. You can order 3, 6, or 12 bottles in subscription form, rosé, white, red. If you search on Instagram or Twitter, you will be blown away. People are literally like, I don't even like GaryVee, but the wine's good. Super proud of the effort. Thanks, Evan, for the time. Wishing you guys all happy and healthy.
If you want to see the last one-on-one I did with Gary Vaynerchuk, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I'm talking about something that the world thinks is a contradiction. I don't understand why anybody should ever verbally dress down an employee